And to expose that it's like zip line became real cars, right? These community ranges and feeling follow or tour the things that have repetition heritage for centuries. And then we turn, like our local cuisine speak, for example. So it's need to be extraordinary. It is joining us today, and welcome to our media. Welcome all the local media groups that have taken this podcast live, including the Isaacs and Kids, and 101, Laser 101 in Spain and Martin. So we will get started today with some generous and kind words from Pianist's words tremendously to the that we have this music festival year after year. If I want tonight was any indication of this room and everybody's energy. And so it's important for us to really appreciate the time for such an amazing event. But beyond excitement, community, and investments, I have to say it was a significant win for our country. The Singles Music Festival is one of the government's most important tourism investments because benefits extend far beyond waterfront. Every visitor comes charges, contributes to our local economy, not only by purchasing a festival ticket, but by staying in hotels or getting hosted in Airbnbs, dining in our restaurants, using our transportation services, visiting some of the attractions that I heard that mentioned, also more attractions, zip line, etc. As a matter of fact, one of our main attractions, which is the scenic freeway, I've had countless people now try to get the tickets on here, and it's been completely sold out. And so this is a testament of the impact, the economic impact of the Singles Music Festival. So it's much more than just a stage show. I think it's important for us to understand. This festival is our destination to the world, but it's strengthens us across the industry, creates economic opportunities for our people, and leaves visitors with experiences that encourages them to come back to our destination. So, like we mentioned, and it's any indication of what lies ahead, we're in for an exceptional festival this evening and tomorrow. So I am also visitors choosing scenes fits. You could have been anywhere else, but you're here with us. So my thanks. Thanks, it's very, very. I love so what's great and so I'm so since you went to social media, Olsen said, this is the base of most people ever since there was something that it is I think this is the man is a brown upgrade. So we have some that we yesterday. Mark Wall. It's to share information. But I could pick it up last night. Police Travis Rogers, Operations Director. Last night was fantastic. I came here and I talked about security, I talked about safety, not just for artists, but for patrons, you, the media, and everybody else. And I think I am somewhat happy that some persons would have listened and adhered to the traffic rules, the regulations, the restrictions within the music festival, Christians, etc. But some persons didn't listen. So I want to just indicate to persons when it comes to traffic. And this is why I said that they don't listen. They don't. The traffic department issued 30 traffic tickets last night around the festival at average $100 per ticket. The tow truck towed 15 vehicles, with some getting some chances. The run came and we said, okay, we can give them a break. But 15 and it's $250 to get back your vehicle. Alright? The smoking issue with the tickets, well, on ticket, it's Calypso night. It's different to tonight. but we said we have a smoking designated area on the hill, but we all managed to give 2 tickets at $500 apiece in the crowd. So I'm pleading to our patrons, guests, that we have designed 420 or designated smoking area, and just stick in your area. You do your stuff there and you get down on the grounds free of any marijuana. All right. So that was the result last night. We didn't have any major incident. There was 1 or 2 skirmishes during the night, and then the police were on top of things, so we were able to nullify that quickly, because that is the idea. We can't stop everything, but we will be able to jump on it as it begins to, because we don't want anything to mar our festival. It's the biggest and best in the region. All right, so I'm going to give a few reminders about the traffic flow. It's 1 way around the stadium. You travel from East Park Range, north to south, down to Park Lane, that's the road at NNC, and you turn left. For those who want to continue to go south and go into the southeastern gate, there's special pass to certain persons, vendors, etc., and they will be allowed in. Last night we had a hiccup with that, and we will capitalize on that today. All right, 1 way on Lozap Road, from Wellington Road going towards the Basel Police Station headquarters. Then you go up right on Victoria Road, and Taylor's Range, it's 2 way. Parking for public is at Beach Island. Parking will be at Port Zante, all the available spaces at Port Zante, and we have public parking on the street. That works well. I mean, there was hardly any move anywhere to park. We've seen Ballyman parking up loaded with cars and all over wherever you may go. So those are the public parking, and we know at Port Zante you have shuttle that will take you to the venue. Yes, and of course, we will do the same tonight, have our tow trucks and standby, because we want a free flow of traffic and persons can move around well. The egress after the music festival, I think it was excellent. There was no sluggish movement, there was just the people leaving, so that was done well. So I'm happy for that, and thank the traffic department for contributing the effort to ensure that that happens. And we didn't have any backlog of vehicles too long before you went to your home time. Restrictions, the items that we are not allowed to enter the stadium, and I think last night was well. The search party didn't report any abnormalities to me, but we have no backpacks, no recording devices, no selfies, no outside food or beverages, no metal or glass bottles or flasks, no pepper spray, no firearms, no knives, or any weapon of any sort. No aerosols, no flashlights, no air horns, noise-making equipment, no coolers, no bare feet, of course. We have a prestigious event, we don't want to look like a vagabond. No drones, no animals, cats and dogs, also. No outside complex, and no mask forever. You come to the beauty festival, you must be beautiful and you must be handsome, so keep the mask on. All right, if you wear a mask, we're thinking that you're coming to do something contrary to all us. All right, so that is with restrictions. The quantity, I will mention it again, that the quantity that you can take into the music festival is, well, put it in rolls. 5 2-roll cannabis cigarette, and your lighter, of course. And I will always mention, please don't come with any bag of ganja to be wrapped inside it. I myself made my way through the 420, and I see persons enjoying themselves. Being a law enforcement, being a drug investigator for almost all my career, I have to accept that because it's something that we design. All right, so, but it was persons patronize there, sit and have their smoke and all as well. All right, in fact, we're only able to use 2 tickets, speaks volume that some people were listening. But tonight is a different night. So the police and private security will be in the numbers to ensure that in the crowd you have a free, almost free experience, that you don't have smoke blowing in your face, because I get some call from our National Drug Council, or from the chairman of the council, that persons are suffering from asthma and they was affected in the past festival. So we're working together collaboratively to ensure that you are safe in the crowd, so you don't have the second-hand smoke affecting you. All right, so we're pleading to public and patrons tonight should have adhere and everything would work well. A gentle reminder, this may not be affiliated with the Music Fest, but at the port of entry, that persons are reported. We have 3 incidents that persons from the region has brought in cannabis, and they had to be stopped by customs and police investigated. One, I think, was arrested, but it's not free for all for importation. You cannot bring marijuana from overseas into our ports. It's illegal. But for those who have to get it right when they're coming to there, please don't bring the marijuana. Leave it there. We have enough here to sell, and you're going to buy it. Yeah, we have content story. We have don't forget. We don't want the experience to be interfered with, all right?
Coming from the ACP, okay?
Yes, I think, okay, yeah, so. Okay. So I think that's all. That's a reminder of what I said yesterday. And let us have a good night tonight. All right, thank you very much.
All right, there you go, ACP. Thank you. So we do have some of our artists who are getting ready to sound check at the stadium. So we're going to try to get to them as soon as possible. What we're going to do is have them introduce themselves and give us a little thing as to what we should expect tonight, vocally. So we're going to start all the way on my left. And he's going to introduce himself.
Good morning, guys. My name is Skipper. It's my second time in a shark spot. I love St. Kitts, I love the vibe. Just I try to match the vibe with the people, with the material, and it's numbers, and I'm going to enjoy themselves. So just have a match with them, Love, I love the St. Kitts.
Nothing else?
Like a people.
Yes.
Oh, guys, keep on the again, the jump out, I'm smelling like a, tonight.
All right. Good morning. I'm Idonia from Kingston, Jamaica. First time at the festival. I think I came here like years ago, but there was a lot of rain. So it's my first time. We love St. Kitts, St. Kitts like a home away from home, St. Kitts love Jamaican music and culture, and we love, St. Kitts also, so we just come for here to please, give the people, a great performance, one heap of vibes, one heap of energy, so when me touch the stage, I'm mad thing, I'm end up in the crowd, ACP, don't worry yourself, but I'm end up in the crowd, just get close to the people, and give them a vibe, and we love the festival, it's been going on for years, and used in the Caribbean, and it's doing a lot for Jamaican music also, and Jamaican culture, so big up, for that time. Tonight don't touch the stage, you want everybody shout, yeah. One thing later, man.
Yeah, man, greetings. Yeah, man, right there again. I'm coming here to represent for St. Kitts Music Festival for the second time in a long time, you know what I mean? So, just looking for the fans there to forward, because I don't know how we bring that energy. Smoking got bigger now when I perform, the vibes, you know what I mean? Pass me the gift in the plastic bag, you don't know, madness.
Alright, we're going to go all the way to my far right.
Blessings. This is great. I'm happy to be here, to be honest with you. It's been a while. I think the last time I came here was like in 2014 or 2015. I'm not sure. That's when I had my first single. And St. Kitts has always been a place in my heart because I think my first girlfriend in the States was from St. Kitts. I had some wonderful time. You know what I mean? So I'm happy to be here. As I said, my second time. I can't wait. And yeah, it's like a great artist on tonight. You know what I mean? The vibe is gonna be great, the vibe is gonna be good. Me can't wait to actually see the shows. There's another artist I haven't seen in a while, like I don't know, you know what I mean? But like great, I think. And I'm see my mother also, skip it like the same way. So it's a great energy tonight. Like I honestly really excited to be here, just to be a part of the whole vibe. And I appreciate everything that St. Kitts have done for us as far as like the accommodation, the airport is a smooth flow, the flights was easy to get there, and that. So I appreciate the festival. I want to say thank you guys for everything you guys have done, and we can't wait for later. Keep up yourself. May have breath, one more worry about. Many things we can do without, anything we want, just make it start to.
And of course, the St. Kitts Music Festival is not complete without legends. And so we're going to introduce, I saw this, I'm going to give away my age right now, but I was young then. I saw this group over 30 years ago here in St. Kitts performing. So give it up for Mr. David Hines from Steel Pulse.
Yes, greetings everyone. Greetings everyone.
Greetings.
All right. Yes, it's been our first time in a long time. The last time we were here is in honor of our drummer that passed away, Steve Grizzly Nesbitt, that came from this neck of the woods. We came to a show in Third World in honor of him and had a street named after him, Steve Grizzly Nesbitt. Our very first time here was in 1983. Yes, I think it was something to do just before independence. That took place, I think, the following September. And I'm thanking St. Kitts right now for honoring the Rastafarian faith legally, because when we first came here, it was nothing like that. It was all about deportation and all about, I remember the Rastafarians from Antigua was en route to this island and had to turn back because of how the circumstances were in the Caribbean at the time. But things have changed right now. Big up St. Kitts right now. Say? A taxi driver, I won't stop for me. Whenever I flag him down, he won't stop for me. Boom.
All right, so there we have it from, well, I don't know if you're, his son. I'm sure he wants to say something as well. No?
Greetings, good morning everybody. It's always a pleasure to come to the Caribbean. And there is the last time we came to St. Kitts was in 2018. So thanks to the invite. I'm looking forward to performing tonight as always. And thanks to all the hospitality from all the organizers and all the sponsors and everybody. I'm just looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
All right, and now we invite the media to join us in asking questions. As I said, we do have some of the artists who has to leave for sound check at the stadium. The mic is on my left over here, so if you have questions, you can just join us at the microphone and we'll go from there. No questions? All right. There you go, Dion. That sounds good.
Good morning. So I'm Leon for your Caribbean guide. I have a question that I'd like to pose to all the artists on the panel. So one of the most recent events coming out of Jamaica, the Hill and Gully Rhythm, was released a lot of acclaim, but it was also at the root of a little bit of contention with some people wanting the sanctity of what inspired it not to be messed with. So my question is to all you artists, all you entertainers out there, what are your thoughts on the conversation that stemmed out of that rhythm, the remake of it, the songs coming out of it? Do you think that there is a balance that could be met when it comes to respecting tradition while also paying homage to, I guess, development and growth of what inspires, I guess, artists now? Skipper, you're on the rhythm, you're on the rhythm.
Well, I answered this question before a couple months ago. Like I said, I feel like even before an artist, I have respect for my elders and my peers. One of the main reasons why I do music is because of my grandmother. So whatever the elders in us say, we have to stick to it. And I feel like we can find that balance. We probably come off on the wrong foot, but it's music, you know. I will kind of try to play with changes. But at the end of the day, that's not an excuse. That is why we did it. But to your argument, I feel like, yeah, we can't find a middle ground, we can't respect our tradition, and you know, we can't go forward together.
Thank you. I have one follow-up question, if you don't mind, please.
No problem, go ahead.
So, Auntie was one of the most vocal voices speaking specifically to the lyrical content of some of the songs on the rhythm. Do you think for the original, for things like that hold so much meaning to the people of Jamaica, do you think that as an artist, the approach to the lyrics that would attach to songs that was inspired by that should be, I guess, a little bit different to what you would do usually?
Yes, that's what I was trying to explain. Like, I completely respect and understand where she's coming from, and I feel like we got off on the wrong foot. We as artists need to find that middle ground. You know, that even though I try something different, we still have respect for culture, tradition, and our elders.
Thank you.
You know.
Good morning, Troy Mills from Win FM 98.9. Madam Pierce, I must congratulate you and your team for the wonderful job so far and the turnout last night. I particularly enjoyed it, and I wish you the best. In terms of the anticipated economic impact for this year, could you give us an idea of what that might be and any future plans to go and advance the Music Fest? And to Steel Pulse, you have always been one of my favorite group. What have you been doing to recreate yourself, being on the market so long, and especially with the advancement of the particular dance hall system? What have you really been doing to stay relevant and to still attract your listeners? Thank you.
Yeah, it's all about, yes, it's all about continual reinvention. I mean, recently we've been, we hope to be embarking on a tour called the Reggae Against Racism Tour. Starts in July in the United States and goes on to Europe and back into the US and then parts of South America, where have you. And what we recognize over the years is that racism, as you can see, is growing not only in the United States, but also across the planet, in Europe, certain parts of Asia, and things like that. So as we travel, we see the soaring energy, negative energy of this ism, is what I'm saying. So this is one of the latest things that we've been doing. But we're also been celebrating our 50th anniversary since we came out as Steel Pulse. And we hope to be putting out a box set with all the hits and all the things that the band has been about over the past 50 years. So that's been our recent development and energy at this moment.
Good day, everybody. I bring you greetings from Montserrat in the Eastern Caribbean, and it's always good to be here. My name is Basil Chambers, ZJB Radio, and I must say that last night, I've been to many music festivals, but last night, I couldn't believe. The crowd was awesome, the participation was great, the artists were on par. It was wicked last night. So I want to compliment everybody who were part of that event last night. I'm actually scared, looking forward to tonight and tomorrow night. So I don't know what the police are going to do, but I can tell you that tonight and tomorrow night, they too should be okay. I must say that I'm not really a dancehall fan. At my age, when you turn 60, you don't really into that sort of music. But I'm a reggae artist and a reggae fan. And Steve Boss, let me tell you, man, I play your music way back, over 30 years from Radio Antilles to now at ZGB Radio. Chatter Sound is one of my biggest morning hits, you know. So I've got a question for you. In fact, the guy before me, I think, one of the questions I wanted to ask, he asked you that as well. So my question is this. How do you feel the reggae scene has evolved, particularly with the rise of digital streaming and international festivals?
That's a good question. I can have a variety of answers to it. Depends which part of the world you are. In the United States, for example, the reggae scene is like an elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about. But the reality of it is that when it comes to the white reggae bands in the United States, they're the ones who've taken over the scene in regards to festivals, in regards to streaming and what have you. So we are, in a sense, the rest of us are picking up the trickling aspect of things, where we are not in the forerunning vision and the forerunning position like it was before. Nevertheless, I still recognize all the dancehall artists, although we do reggae, because it's all about getting the music spread far and wide and keeping everybody current, keeping everybody strong, and everybody stay with that sense of worth. So that's where we are right now. The streaming, there's no real money in the streaming when it comes to reggae acts, in all honesty. When it comes to revenue, touring is the best revenue you can find. Nobody's buying music like they used to before, where you buy a CD for $12 and then the band gets $3-4 and then you have the label at $9. It's not like that anymore. So it's immediate revenue when it comes to touring. So that's where we are with that when it comes to reggae music.
All right, I think we had a question before from Win FM for the PS, so I'll have a take over.
All right, good morning again. Thank you, Mr. Mills, for your question. You may have had a similar question yesterday, or I perhaps may have spoken about the impact, the economic impact of the festival. I think I may have mentioned some numbers yesterday with respect to last year's festival, and we had an over $15 million injection into the economy over this 3-day weekend. And of course, we anticipate that it will be an improvement this year as well, given the success of last night. We understand the type of activity that is happening on the ground. With respect to the evolution of the festival, well, to sustain yourself for 28 years in a very competitive industry, because there are many festivals across the region, I want to say that the St. Kitts Music Festival has never stood still. Never, not once. If you compare the evolution of the festival from its inception to where we are now, there are so many new elements that were introduced to the festival. In particular, in 2023, the introduction of the food village, which we have now rebranded as the Fetland, was one of the things that was new. In prior years, vendors and the main stage were all in one area. But of course, we continue to grow, which is our intended purpose. And I could recall so many people thought, oh, why are they separating the vendors to the other side? But now we have people who actually come to the festivals and not even participate in the main stage activities because we have curated that experience that allows them to want to just be part of that experience. Again, we continue to seek opportunities, particularly for our people, and at the end of each festival, we conduct our assessments, we look at the pros, the cons, everything that went good, things that we could improve on, and certainly we continue to embrace innovation, creativity, so that each year is better than the last. So rest assured that the St. Luke's Music Festival in its 28 years of existence has never stood still, and it will never stand still. We will continue to evolve and include new and exciting elements. I shared something on my WhatsApp status last evening, and I'm not even sure that many persons realize that this is, you could utilize this experience. At the general admissions area, there is an experience where you can record yourself almost like a recording artist performing. You have a choice of your favorite artists on the night. I chose Vaughn last night, Jab Decisions, and I have that little video memorabilia for myself. And so tonight, I want all of the patrons, even if you're in the VIP experience, you can head up to the general admission area and choose one of your favorite artists and have a 30-second recording of yourself. And so these are the things that we continue to do to curate a new and improved experience for our patrons. And of course, again, we have to ensure that the hotels are filled, the plane seats are filled, and we will do all that we have to do to ensure that. We are data-driven in our efforts. We don't just put on a music festival. We do our research and we curate the experience accordingly. Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you, Madam. Yes, any more questions? All right, here you go. And don't forget to give us your name and the media organization you represent.
Yes.
Sheffield Gillard from St. Lucia, Daily Post and Radio Caribbean International. My question is for Still Pulse. Reggae music has been used over the years to tackle issues in society, issues affecting the world and whatnot. Your thoughts to how reggae music is being looked at right now? Has it lost its meaning, or how you think it has evolved compared to when your group started singing?
All right. Reggae music is still respected, and for me to recognize that even more, like I said, we're embarking on a Rock Against Racism tour, or Reggae Against Racism tour, which was actually a tour that we did 50 years ago as a Rock Against Racism within the United Kingdom itself. And we decided to take this event worldwide and titled Reggae Against Racism. And when we started with a title like that as a tour, we had our reservations, thinking it would not get a good reception until we started to do this mini tour in Europe and recognized that everybody's looking forward to solve the situation that's been going on, that's been dividing mankind. So I see what we're doing has been as relevant as it was 50 years ago. And reggae music will always be the heartbeat for many across the world. And Steel Pulse and bands like ourselves that have paved the way, like Third World and Cap Core, we recently lost. That kind of energy is still sought after across the planet, believe it or not. Israel Vibration, still sorted as an act. Burning Spear, still sorted as an act. Jimmy Cliff, there was an honoring him with, Ted Jensen, the saxophone legend. And there was also, 81 years old, Mark Romy as well. I mean, all these legends are very still solid commodities across the planet, and Max, as you know, recently passed away as well. So reggae is always going to be, the driving force for especially sufferers across the world.
Thank you. All right, and just before we get to the next question, we'd like to recognize the presence of Mr. Stephen McGregor, the genius. We spoke about the Hill and Gully rhythm. Of course, we got Massacre, Shani, Neo, Skipper, and Valley too on the rhythm. So
Idonia too.
Idonia as well?
He
Okay.
needs to drop it.
Oh! Yeah, hiding something from me here. All right, Mr. The genius.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, we forgot Oh, no.
Madam PS, we have a Spanish and a French communities here in St. Kitts, and they are growing. I know some time ago we had an all-female Cuban band and Cassav on the festival. Can we anticipate seeing other French and Spanish acts to satisfy and perhaps draw more of Spanish and French-speaking nationals or persons living here to the festival in the very near future?
Thanks, Troy, great questions. I think they're very pertinent and helps me to give a response to some things that I know people are asking about. So, with respect to artist selection, I can tell you that our French-speaking community and our Spanish-speaking community has been top priority. However, we would imagine that there are so many moving parts as it relates to confirming artists and all of that sometimes it just doesn't pan out the way we want to. Cassav has been on the top of our list, and some other Spanish-speaking performers as well. We do recognize the impact that this will have, so it's not for the sake of us not wanting to try, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. Man, there's so many big names that we would love to have. I see people saying, man, we're gonna bring Rihanna. Oh gosh, I would love to have Rihanna. When are we gonna have Chris Brown? If we can, we would, and it's not because we don't try or we don't even pursue the options. So, hopefully next year, we will see one of these artists grace the stage. Okay.
All right. Any more questions? So while we wait, I just want to let the folks who are listening and watching know where they can purchase tickets. We do still have some physical tickets available, so Hosford's, Valley Mart, both here in St. Kitts and in Nevis, the Cable, Caribbean Lottery, the St. Kitts Music Festival store, which is downstairs the Pelican Mall, and Tony's Liquor Center on Wakely Avenue.
And just a note, I know several of the ticket outlets have asked to replenish their tickets. I think they have now received the final batch of tickets that are available for general admission sales. And so if you're interested, you may need to purchase your tickets soonest because there is a max capacity at the venue. So I would encourage you to do so soonest. Tickets online will be cut off at a certain point as well. So if you don't want to miss out, then please purchase your tickets. Monarch, if I may, one of the concerns raised was the dust in the venue, and I just wanted to address that. Unfortunately, right now, it's one of the driest periods we have experienced in many, many years. And so to offset or to at least mitigate against the loose dust particles, we're going to wet the grounds as much as we can today. so that the experience can be a little bit more comfortable for our patrons. So I just wanted to let the folks know that we're aware of it. We apologize for the dust, but we'll try our best this evening to ensure that it's not so much of a discomfort for you this evening. Thank you.
All right, I got a question from the Virgin Islands. Steve Post, this is for you. It says, your music has always mixed heavy grooves with heavy messages about justice, unity, and resistance. Is there a particular song in your festival set list that feels especially relevant to 2026?
There's so many of them. I mean, Bodyguard, everybody knows Bodyguard. Let's chant the song, giving praises to the world right now. And stepping out, roller skates, you name it, they're out there. You know, so. By the way, Steve, my brother.
Yeah.
Are you the son of Freddie, my brother?
Yeah, one up.
Anna, because it's his birthday tomorrow.
Yeah.
Happy 70th, alright?
Right.
Respect. Let him Freddie that.
All right, so that's it for today. Pierce, if you wanted to close us out today.
Yeah, just some clarification. If you have general admission tickets, your entrance is on Lozak Road by the main gates. If you are partying with express events, your entrance is at the general admission area as well on Lozak Road. If you have tickets for the White Sands VVIP lounge, your entrance is on Park Range, as well as for those who have tickets for the Heart of St. Kitts VIP box. It's Park Range, right close to NAC. So just to avoid any confusion, and also if you have the sponsors VIP, your entrance is on Lozak Road by the tunnel. And again, basically, traffic is prohibited from Lozak Road, or you can go from free flow to Lozak Road, but just be mindful that there will be some offloads there as well as persons entering the festival. So there might be some traffic. If you can avoid Lozak Road, please do so by 90 minutes. And outside of that, might be just asking you to come out. I said it yesterday, and I'm going to say it again, that the festival is just all legends. There ain't no small acts. We started 7 o'clock last night and we finished early. I mean, people didn't even want to go home. And I'm going to tell you again, it's going to happen tonight. We're starting at 7 p.m. sharp. And we'll put the schedule out in a minute. I won't say this. I don't like my video was circulating yesterday. I'll just let the infographics do it for me today. So we'll put it out there in shorts so you'll see who's coming on early. Last night we had Rukas and Brandon starting off the show with a bang, and I can tell you some people are probably upset that they missed it. Don't let that be you tonight, guys. Come out early, get your money what? It's only $175 for the tickets, steal off a deal. Come experience the music festival and enjoy your money. Alright, see y'all tonight.